Hey guys, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host as always, Jay Schatzer, and today I've got a deliciously crazy science fiction horror film lined up for us. It is Barbara Peter's 1980 obscure classic. It is Humanoids from the Deep. And guys, if you like your science fiction films sleazy and really bloody and just really wild, then check this one out. Here is Humanoids from the Deep. Humanoids from the Deep is a unique mixture of horror, science fiction, and unabashed perversion, as it showcases a small fishing town being overrun by a pack of horrific mutated creatures who go on a mass killing spree, raping women and murdering anyone else that gets in their way. Shot in a bipolar way by two separate directors, having only one credited for the final work, Humanoids from the Deep is without a doubt an interesting production that looks beautiful in presentation and outstandingly atmospheric, yet manages to somehow cover all of those aspects in a hazy fog of sleaze and debauchery. The end result is cult cinema gold. The film follows the strange events occurring around a small Pacific Northwestern fishing village named Noyo, where people begin being attacked in the most brutal of ways by a mysterious and unknown assailant. Curious to figure out what is happening in this usually quiet little town, local Jim Hill starts a personal investigation into the odd events with the help of a visiting scientist named Dr. Susan Drake. What they come to find is a horrific realization that threatens to destroy their intimate community and quite possibly spread to the rest of the country, taking mankind off of the top of the food chain and changing the overall dynamic of our civilization. Doug McClure takes on the role of Jim Hill, the concerned citizen who stumbles across a genetically mutated conspiracy of horrendous proportions. Performing with his trademark charismatic charm and presented in an adventurous light as only Doug McClure can deliver, the character of Jim Hill is a sympathetic one. He's an everyman in a not-so-typical situation, and Doug McClure absolutely thrives in these types of roles. Always headstrong and every bit as courageous, McClure nails the stereotypical part to perfection, solidifying the fact that if dangerous creatures and monsters show up, McClure is the man for the job. Being a veteran of prehistoric adventure flicks like The Land That Time Forgot, At the Earth's Core, The People That Time Forgot, and Warlords of the Deep, Doug McClure has no problem comfortably shining on screen as he takes on the army of mutated monsters in exceptionally entertaining fashion. Also along for the ride is the beautiful Ann Turkle, as she takes on the character of the wholly capable Dr. Susan Drake. Showing a great deal of fortitude in the role, Turkle does a great job bringing a healthy amount of respectable femininity to the film that clashes with the misogynist portions of the production in tremendous contrast. It really is a strange quagmire of a film that at one moment shows an intelligent female character like Turkle's Dr. Drake, and then juxtaposes that against a scene where a woman is raped by a slimy mutated sea creature. The strangeness of the tone change is due to the firing of director Barbara Peters after she refused to spice the film up a bit with nudity and multiple rape scenes and ravenous amounts of blood and gore. Once new director Jimmy T. Murakami joined the production, the grindhouse nature of the film was kicked into high gear, making for an extremely more entertaining movie, but an entirely sleazy and scrupulous one. Bare breasts abound and gore explodes in these new additions to the film, and the inclusions of Murakami's footage completely changes the somewhat compelling environmental narrative of the movie into an unbound and off-the-rails video nasty, that though as objectifying, is an insanely great amount of fun. Humanoids from the Deep is an extreme oddity of the science fiction horror genre, presenting an end product that is anything but typical cinematic fare. From its gratuitous sex and female skin to its over-the-top violence and sadistic nature, this is one flick that demands your attention and thoroughly keeps it throughout its entire runtime. You're not going to find a film quite like Humanoids from the Deep, and in this now politically correct and highly censored society that we live in, I find that a very sad notion. Whether it's the film's eco-friendly message, its engaging narrative, its insatiable addiction to sex, or its mean-spirited and violent nature, I personally loved every minute of this obscure gem. If this combination of contradictory elements sounds appealing to you, then give this one a shot. One thing's for certain, you will definitely be entertained. Humanoids from the Deep is sleaze-tastic fun. And guys, that is the highly entertaining and wholly watchable Humanoids from the Deep. Sleaze-tastic to say the least, and quite a quagmire of a film. Check it out if you haven't already. But guys, that's it for me today. Hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe. And if you have time, leave a comment below because I'd love to hear from you. But until then, guys, I will see you at the next movie review. Take care.